Okay, good morning again. How's it going? Yeah, I accidentally was putting the phone in the holder and I stopped the last video, so I don't even know if I'm gonna post it. Hey Frankie, say good morning. There we go, there we go, there we go. Say good morning. Hi baby. I don't know why he ever looks afraid of me. It's the funniest thing. I was out on a date with a guy that, oh my God, he had such a sense of humor. And what do you say? And so we were going to Walmart. This was more than a couple decades ago. This was a long time ago, so don't judge me. But we'd walk into Walmart or gas station or whatever, and he would just pull out this character. And so it was so embarrassing. But it was always so funny. Oh my God, that guy was funny. Anyway, so it dawned on me one time, where were we at? I think we were at a truck rally where they have these great big monster trucks doing tricks and stuff. I had a blast. I didn't think I'd enjoy it at all, but I went. And, okay, I gotta put on some makeup. Oh shoot, I am like so out of time. I didn't realize how late it was. Dang it. Here I go again. Anyway, so we're at this track rally, and his brother was on the other side of him, and he put something on the back of his brother's, adjusted his brother's coat or something. And when he did that, and he pulled his arm around to just comfort me or touch me or say hello or just pay attention to me, I went, I'm sorry, like that. It was so funny. And he thought that was hilarious. Now, I thought that guy and I would have made it, but it turns out back in the day, computers weren't designed to handle porn sites without getting viruses. Anyway, his low-ranking ones didn't work very well. And he could not stay off my computer. He didn't have his own computer. He didn't have a need for it. So when I was at work, he would be on my computer, and then when I'd get home to do my classes, my homework, and study, my computer would be locked up. It would have viruses popping up, all this crap, and it just happened over and over and over again to where I could not get my work done. So, and I was starting a business, so it was like he had to go, which is too bad because he was a lot of fun. Most of my good boyfriends were a lot of fun. He wasn't such a great boyfriend, but he was a lot of fun. I've only had a few boyfriends that weren't fun, and of course I've been sucked in because of my attachment style issues. What's wrong with me? I was really relieved. I mean, we always had, as therapists, we always had ideas on how childhoods affected relationships. You know, you could always say, I'm having trouble in my relationship, and the therapist would be thinking, do they act like your mom or your dad? And I've done that sometimes. I'm like, just curious, do they act like your mom or dad? And they'd be like, oh my God, you're right. Frankie, you're not dead. Quit acting like you're dead. Let me turn this. I made this so we can keep an eye on that boy. Okay. Anyway. So, what are you gonna do? You gonna be whining now? He knows how much I like that whining. Well, you know how much. I think he just ignores me. Okay. I don't know. I might not be able to do this angle so you can see him because I'm sitting awkward. Well, say hi to everybody, Frankie. Don't be whining. Sit up pretty. I've been trying to teach him how to give me his paw. And he just looks punished. He just sits there. My poor bee's baby. So, I feel so much better knowing that I talked to my insurance company about this bathroom people getting paid. They made so many, and I told them I didn't want that metal strip around the top of the tile. And they didn't put in the ceiling fan. I forgot to show you the ceiling. Maybe I did in my last little video, if I post it. Maybe I'll show a different video of it. Hold on, I'm trimming my... little patch of hair there. Whoops. Hold on. Okay, I wanted to tell you something. Remember what I did a Temu haul a while back? And part of it was I got 2 of these. So I bought one for my upper body and one for my lower, for my feet. This is the one I've been using on my feet. I can tell you, people have been raving about the smell. Now, if it's in a candle, that would smell, I think, really good. But when it mixes with my body chemistry, it smells kind of like weeds. It's a pomegranate or something. Can't see. Peach and vanilla. And then the other one is that I use on my upper body is underarms and bra area is pomegranate. And I like the smell of them. But my body chemistry doesn't mix with most perfumes very well. So I put them on my clothing, and then I don't smell them a few minutes later anyway, regardless of what perfume it is. I love how this smells on some people, not everybody. And it doesn't smell on me like the lady in the elevator of where I used to live. Oh my God, I would have followed her anywhere in the way that smelled. Just like La Belle. I had a friend back up in my hometown who wore the La Belle, the older one. I guess they came out with a new model of that fragrance. And, oh my God. Oh, heaven. And I went through 2 different bottles before I decided, forget it. An Angel, I used to love the way that smelled. And then I just was like, it just doesn't smell on me like it does other people. And I hardly ever, the only time I've ever gotten compliments on fragrance is when I've worn Bath and Body, what was it? It's one of the, pear or cucumber. One person. And it was the boss said, "Oh, you smell so fresh today." And because it was so odd to hear a compliment about how I smelled, and because it came from my boss, and he said, "Because you smell so fresh today," I thought, why do I normally not smell fresh? I was under a lot of stress back then too, so it's not surprising that I didn't process it very well. I probably lingered on that topic for an hour while I was trying to do paperwork. Oh my gosh. And then I decided, well, I don't usually wear fragrance, so he probably did think it's, and it did smell fresh. I mean, dang. And he was never a flirt or anything, so he was just making an observation. You know, and that's true for a lot of situations too. When we hear people say something, and I am guilty of it, I'll just all of a sudden interject my opinion. And once in a while, somebody will feel like my opinion is really important and take it seriously. And really all I'm doing is having a brain fart, forgetting that I don't have to say everything out loud. Oh, did you sit up to say hi? Hello? Oh. Oh. I wish I had more time to cuddle with you, Bobby. Oh, we had such a sweet cuddle time yesterday. I'm going to try not to shut this phone off while I turn the camera a little. I need to have more. I need to have a little more room here. I want to be able to kind of look at you and look at him. Oh. So anyway, sometimes we do that. Sometimes I will open my mouth and say something that, you know, nobody asked for my opinion. I think it's so wild that some people will say, well, I don't give my opinion unless I'm asked. Or you'll be talking and they'll say, do you want my opinion? Instead of just have a conversation and interject. I find those people incredibly wise and have such a self-discipline, self-control, or they're just wise, period. Well, it's not something I have. And I'll tell you what, sometimes I can say, do you want my opinion? Not all the time. I'm much better at it. But I love giving my opinion. How about you? You love giving your opinion? Mm-hmm. So, the self-discipline that it takes to not give an opinion, when I first started trying to not give opinions, oh man, was that painful. When I was young, I thought if I thought it, I had to say it. Why not? And I wasn't really understanding what a uncouth behavior it was that self-discipline is a big part of relationships. I wasn't trained that. I spent a lot of time in my youth alone. And what I have found is that there are a lot of people that I have learned through my practice. They have been raised in a way that they've been emotionally alone and not taught certain behaviors, or taught behaviors that just don't work very well. So sometimes it isn't that someone's a bad person. It's that they just don't know. They just don't know. You just don't know. I'm going to turn it because I can't put on makeup and look in the camera at the same time. at this angle. Wasn't such a great idea to move it. I'm having a struggle. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to be able to be in a position to forgive others for not being couth. It's just a thing. And try to hang on to the comedy of it. Some people are pretty darn funny. And sometimes that's as good as it's going to get. I remember I have a couple different pairs of adopted parents. And one of the mistakes I made was that I was embarrassed because they were kind of hillbillies. They were the parents of a good friend of mine who did pass away from she got unlucky in our rowdy lifestyle and was in a motorcycle accident. It was terrible, heartbreaking. And her parents really clung to me because she and I were so close. So it was kind of like they had her close because they had me close. And then they started appreciating me for me eventually, which was nice. They were always so good to me. Oh, where was I going with all this? Oh, so anyway, as I got older, I started realizing how they didn't fit into the class of people I was running around with anymore. And so I spent less and less time with them because I just thought, oh my God, I don't want anybody to know I was raised like that. I don't want anybody to know that. I mean, if I have to share my story, I will, but I wasn't going to broadcast. I basically was brought up in the streets or brought up by wolves. And then that I had these country bumpkin hicks for godparents. I went through a phase where I was kind of a snob. Oh my God, I'm so glad it didn't last forever because I would have completely missed out on some of the very best people. I ended up, thank goodness, spending a lot of quality time with them when I could. I mean, they ended up moving to Florida, then I ended up moving out to Portland, but for the longest time, I went to go see them every year. All right, honey, I'm going to have to text my next client my first client to let them know I am running late. Well, I've got 2 more minutes. I'm just going to do this real quick. I don't need to be a beauty queen. They don't care what this old lady looks like. So anyway, I guess I'm just kind of thinking about how a godmother passed away, and I was closest to her. Oops. But my best friend's sister, who's like a sister to me too, country bumpkin, her and her husband, I love them together. They're so hilarious. They fight all the time, kind of like that Roseanne show, which I couldn't stand watching. Oh, it makes me nervous. But they are 2 peas in a pod. Oh, my lands. I've never seen anything like it in person other than them. Only on TV. Okay. I'm not going to use this again. I'm going to use this one because this one's cooler. This one's a waterproof one I had in the bathroom. Okay, so I love you guys. Whee! There goes my makeup table. All right, just wanted to say hi. Have a wonderful day. Mwah. Bye for now.